I'm live, says YouTube. Hi. Do you ever just have one of those days? Hit the ground running, doing your spiritual service for the well-being of all. Catch a little napitation here, a little napitation there. Maybe grab a grape. Just one of those days. I hit the ground running at 7 a.m. this morning, just bolted straight upright. First day of spring, really. It was 11:50 p.m. last night that Vits the Super Chats. Although someone tipped me $20 today for the morning one. I'm very, very happy. It was so nice. So we'll see who jumps in the There's benzoin, copal, there's frankincense, there's myrrh. It is just a scented fumitory going on here in this abalone shell, to which I say abalone. So I just made an announcement on Facebook. I did a live thing to let people know that I was doing this. I texted a few people because I know a lot of people are kind of going through it. I mean, who's not going through it? The delusional are probably not going through it. So, you know, the best thing that I can do, considering I'm not leaving my house anytime soon, I guess it's absolutely necessary. So glad to give the best that I could do. Apollonia, how in the world did we get Apollonia already? 6. I know that album front to back. We used to sing that whole album back in the Bosse's Cultural Arts Center. Let's see, when did I graduate high school? 1986. After Vanity 6, there was Apollonia 6. Let's keep the canon clear, shall we? Because it might fire. Because I'm a sex shooter, shooting love in your direction. I can't hear you. Ooh, shishiwawa. I'm the one that you ooh. I'm the one that. It's nighttime. Notice I changed the lighting concept when I do it in the evening because I ain't wearing no makeup. During the day, I don't need you to see how it is. All right. Oh, look, I do have eyelashes. You just can't tell until without the mascara. So just wait until everybody gets in here. Prince actually stole her from David Lee Roth. Well, I think on the balance of things, that was probably for the best. Because have you purified yourself in the waters of Lake Minnetonka lately? I haven't. I guess it kind of shows. Excuse me. Oh, you kids and your sage. You're always saging. You're always smudging. All right, people. We're 4 minutes in. Let's do this. People are going to jump in when they jump in. I'm fine with that. People can watch this on playback later. I don't care. Did a live chat video about that a couple of hours ago. I am unpinning myself from the boundaries of man-made and labeled time. Not that I'm, transcending time. I'm just unpinning myself from any kind of normal human schedule because what's the point? What's a work day? So many people I know aren't actually going to work because of what's going on the planet right now. So I am just going with the flow, going with my energy, eating when I need to eat, sleeping when I need to sleep, but doing my Wim Hof breathing. Keep that immune system nice and clean, even though I'm not leaving my house, right? Virgo that I am. What? Nope, not going that Wim Hof distance. Oh my God, thank the gods for Wim Hof. I mean, look, it's not everybody's cup of tea, but it's really helping me. I just took a nice cold shower to refresh. That's why I'm still awake right now. So I am surrounded by divination systems. It's a little overwhelming. Tarot over here and oracles over there. So how about we put all that aside? I actually did card draws this morning, which I usually don't do the morning session that way. So let's pray together. Let's pray the day away, because obviously you can't pray the gay away because I'm here. If all of a sudden Uncle Arthur myself out of here, that's another story. Can anyone see me? No, honey, no one can see you. This is a one-way deal, from what I understand, unless the technology has drastically shifted. Oh, you mean in the chat? Yes, I can see you. And there's my Lucille. I love you. That $sign at the bottom of the place where you type and you chat, if you hit it, it gives you a little bar thing. You can slide it. If you want to send me a buck or two, you're more than welcome to. And it just tickles me when people do that. It's so cool. It's the closest thing I think I'll ever get to being a stripper. Yeah. Yes, I was a dancer, but never on a pole or on a Chippendale man or furniture. So, you know, I've got my prayer books here, and I was skimming through them. I was like, what prayer? Screw it. I'm just going to call down the grace of prayer, because I know from just the conversations with people I have had today, let alone for the past 2 weeks, that people are really struggling emotionally. They're trying to put things into context, not understanding that we are very rapidly moving into fifth dimensional awareness, unity consciousness, right? So we are feeling other people's stuff. Moon in Pisces this weekend. I'd bless myself if it wouldn't burn me. The God, I'm a Pisces moon, right? So to have context, to have some spiritual practice, to have breath work, because what we are feeling is what everybody else is trying to repress. The spiritual well, we're all spiritual beings, but those who have been involved in their spiritual path actively or even semi-actively, if you've ever cleared a chakra, honey, you might be regretting it a little bit now, because the emotions, the feelings, the energies are coming out through those of us who are clear-ish. You know, I'm not saying I'm completely clear. Let's not kid ourselves. But I guess I've been doing this long enough that a lot of this emotional stuff has been coming up through me. So I don't mind being a release valve. Because it's just another service, and that's just fine. Yeah, no, everybody's feeling shaky. Well, what is shaky? Uncertain, right? Uncertain. Well, gee, it's not a shock that anybody's feeling uncertain, considering, right, where we are. Touch, even though we're not supposed to be within 6 feet of each other. This is the way that the divine has scripted us to help each other. Not just this, but, you know, as much as people bitch and moan about social media, it's a neutral thing, and it's being used in some really wonderful ways. My friend Michelle, she's doing her showgirl workout. You know, I love her. I went to, speaking of Apollonia 6, she was singing that stuff with me way back when in the 80s, right? So many people are sharing. So we're all doing our part. So you use it, right? It's just like this grape. I am a dinosaur, darling. Yeah, well, is Mother Earth shaking? Here's the thing. I think that Mother Earth is fine, as there was, because everything's shut down right now. So, you know, let's crew together and let's do this prayer 10 minutes in. You ready? Everybody. Oh, just breathe. In through the nose, out through the mouth, in through the mouth, out through the nose, whatever works. Just breathe. Focus on your breath. Let the breath carry you gently and clearly into the now, where there's no place else to be anyway. And allow yourself, give yourself permission to relax, to let go and let God, let go and let Goddess receive all energies that we have created collectively, that we exhale and release them to the greater power of divine love, trusting that everything is becoming fully balanced and it's individually and collective in the now. God, Goddess, all that is, we surrender this time spent together to you. May it serve your purposes, for we are here only to be truly helpful. We are here to represent you who sent us, so we don't have to worry about what to say or what to do, because you who sent us are directing us, and we are content to go wherever you wish, knowing that you go along with us and that you are teaching us to heal, and that we will be healed as you teach us to heal. Please show us what you would have us do, where you would every action, manifest every outcome that is in alignment with our soul's high wisdom and reality. And may this time we spend together in this super chat be a blessing upon all of life. May it be magnificent, excellent, wonderful, fulfilling, truly helpful for the well-being of all. So mote it be. And it may heal every mind who hears, that it may touch every be blessed. And may it begin with us. May all breath be blessed. And may it begin with us as we relax the body, allowing the blood to flow. Blessed be our blood, that it may carry the light and love of the divine into every cell, every tissue, every organ, and every system of our being. That our nervous systems be used as conduits and channels of divine light, grace, love, wisdom, and power for the well-being of all. Amplified with each passing moment, the maximum that cosmic law will allow, expanding exponentially outwards in a great wave of light, letting go all that happened today, all the news, all the stress, all the thoughts, all the feelings, all the choices, all the forward into the now. May we relax and bask in the light of the divine within us as our hearts now open. And if you like, place your hands on your heart and breathe into that heart chakra. Anahata, the unstuck. Feel your chest rise and fall with each breath. Moving the blood, moving the breath through your being. As the divine child within our hearts, the seeds of the higher self now find its wings as they sprout out our backs, as relaxation, as alignment, as ease, as grace. Lifting us up into the higher octaves, little by little, step by step, breath by breath, for the wealth inhabited with all the different forms of life. Not interconnected, all one or in earth. May we be blessed. May Mother Earth be blessed. Oh, dearest God, Goddess, all that is. May we be blessed. May there be peace, and may it begin with us. And may the computer glitches that I'm sure are going on be a blessing as well. That we may all see beyond the illusion of separation and into the truth that we are all one for the well-being of all. It is. May the gods grant me the serenity to accept the technical glitches I can't do anything about, the courage to change the things I can and do something about, which is to relax, which is to bless, and to not worry about the glitching and the streams. Hello, Teresa. Good to see you, sweetheart. Keep jabbing those people. You know what I mean. Oh, it's so good to be here with you all. And it's so good to have a community to pray with and play with. Today, I won't say it was a rough day, but it was a busy one, right? It certainly was a busy one. So many people reaching out to me just for a minute here, a minute there, a conversation here, a lot of this going on. I even spoke to people on the phone today. I had people very clear, because I said this to a bunch of people today. There is nothing special about me. There is nothing special about Mark Angelo Lyons, Mal for short. I'm the path less traveled. And I know that sounds like a victim story, but I wouldn't have it any other way. I have come closer about anybody else's path or religion, but I know this for sure. Go to the people who've been through what you've gone through or what you're going through, right? The reason why people come to me is somehow they can see in my energy or feel in my energy that I have been to hell and back so many times I have the easy pass. Right? The river Styx easy pass, just allowed to go back and forth at a moment's notice. And no, special, no, I'm not, which I prefer W in front of it, WHOLY, that we are all cut We're not even cut from the same cloth. We are the same cloth. This is what the ego needs: more love, not less. Needs to be integrated. It's part of the soul. It has forgotten who it is. The tip of the horn of the demon in us, that is really the tip of the wing of the angel in us, that has forgotten who it is. So there is nothing special about me, right? There's nothing essentially that I don't have that you don't have. It's just I'm doing my best to shed everything else that is not authentic to the truth of who I am. And the truth of who I am a divine child, as are you, as is everybody, even those people you, and we are all the child. Well, what do we call it in paganism? The hidden children of the gods, hidden even unto ourselves. And that's why they have everything. Do they? Maybe they do, maybe they don't. Highly individualized curriculum for each and every one of us. But let's get what that word means. It is a word of division, not unity. What we're going through is a lesson of unity, right? And how interesting, we're being driven into our own private lives again, forced to find that which is holy rather than special within us. So I do take issue with that word special, but I am a student and teacher of Course in Miracles. If you've ever studied Course in Miracles, you get why that word special is a slippery slope, because there's special love and there's special hate. And guess what happens to those that you make special love category? They end up when it's really your own lesson to be learned. And that's okay too. Eventually we all learn what we're going to learn when we're supposed to learn it. But until then, what are you doing with your prayer? What are you doing with your power, with your wisdom, with your love? And it's not that we all need to be mystical monks sitting in prayer, burning sage and candles all day long. That's all costume and set design anyway. More importantly, that we be kind to ourselves, that we heal our own hearts, since we're not really doing physical contact with each other, to take the fully your own innocence. So, you know, I'm just not interested in being a cult leader. Thank you very much. Not an OCCULT leader. They try reconnecting. Now, the thing is oh, good, there we are. So, yeah, no, my internet connection, this is a YouTube thing going on, I think. Right? I am a decent chap, aren't I just? So I just got a little message going across that the connection was unstable. I think that's on YouTube's end. So that kind of, I think, answers sort of what's going on with the glitchiness tonight. I take your point. Good. Thank you very, very, very kindly. So, so how are you feeling? What I would like you to do, and I understand there is a gap here, what would you say is the most dominant emotion that you have felt in the past, let's say 3 or 4 days? You can go back even further than that. I'll say what mine is once I see some of your replies. Until then, have another great. Oh, look, I got a kitty face there. Got a heart there. What is the most dominant emotion you have felt? Palms hurting, wrists hurting. Okay. Oh, you're talking physical pain. Well, maybe you've got some stigmata going on there. Anxiety. That's a word I'm looking for. All right. Let's talk about anxiousness and anxiety. It has been one of my oldest, dearest friends. But one thing I have learned through that, anxiety, right? Everybody's feeling anxiety. A lot of what anxiety is grief that we never embraced. So a lot of times when people get into breath work and emotional healing work, they go for anxiety, but they find under anxiety is unprocessed grief. Now, I want to be clear about something. None of us have ever been taught how to deal with our grief properly, right? I grew up with a pull yourself up by the bootstraps philosophy, right? To man up, stiff upper lip, be strong, which means repress what you're feeling. So what is grief? Grief is love that doesn't know where to go, right? Because the object of love's affection is gone through death, divorce, or distance, right? Or the fear of one that terrifies us. And yet, that is the child of our own hearts, our own innocence that has been neglected and ignored by us. Which is why I believe, and not just up here believe, in here believe, that's one of the emotions that we are to process right now is our grief, to have the good cry, and to have little kitties make noise in the background while they do it. Come here, baby. Come on up. Come on up, booger. Come here. Oh, I'm gonna get savvy. Hold on. Come here, booger. Come here. Come to mama. Yes. Nope. God, they know. Oh, I almost had a savvy moment. Come here. No. Never work with children or animals. Give me that look, that stink eye from across the room. So grief, so anxiety, panic. Now, let's talk about panic. That panic is not that far away from anxiety, but what it really stems from is the feeling of uncertainty. Now, here's the thing. You feel certain about certain things, right? And it's like you're pretty certain that the big toe on your right foot is going to be here 10 minutes from now because it was here 10 minutes ago. But do you know that? You have a certain amount of relative assurity of certain things in your life, but that is called belief, right? So what do we do with uncertainty? This is where I learned about the grace of humility, what I call the maiden. It can be, grant me the mother grace of hope, that I alone do nothing, but with the gods all things are. Call upon the strength of my soul, the strength of my higher self, the strength of the gods and the angels if necessary, to do what I came in to do in this life, even at this moment, that I may withstand, embrace, heal, and allow to flow through me the thoughts, the feelings, the emotions, the choices that are probably not all mine, but are all flowing through me from the collective unconscious up and out to relieve pressure on all of life. The maiden grace, the mother grace, the crone grace, absolve me of my mistakes because I did not know any better, but I am willing to be shown, so mote it be. Because we are all uncertain. Can you make friends with uncertainty? You might as well make friends with uncertainty, because you find it's not the end of the world to be uncertain. You find that it's human to be uncertain and really just uncomfortable. Yeah. Everything else is what the mind adds to it. Good, good. Let's see. Anxiety, upendedness. Upendedness. Oh, let's go to frustrated. Because upendedness is chaos. Oh, let's do that one first. My guides are chiming in. The truth is that upendedness is really chaos. When chaos comes into our life and unexpected change happens, that we think as long as things are the way we think they should be, we'll be fine. When has that ever worked? When has that ever really ever been the case? That chaos is divine order. The gods call it order. From our end of it, we call it chaos. And here is the truth. You don't have to like it, have to agree, but it is something I suggest you contemplate now, or will ever happen, is for the development of the soul, not for the pleasure and comfort of the ego and the personality. That's just the truth. Yeah, it might make you a hot mess in the moment, but haven't you noticed we learn and grow more from suffering than we do from joy? Even when we're joyful, we're waiting for the other shoe to drop. Because deep inside, we know that coming into our spiritual adulthood is a rigorous thing. But that's why when we try and do it ourselves, we become so isolated. and we don't know what to do. And it is through our vulnerability. Vulnerable right now? You hearing me? It is through our vulnerability that we can reach out and find connection. That the love we feel is the love we give. There it is. The love you feel is the love you give. So this is why the more we can drop that armor, not out in the world, I get that. There's no reason to go out in the world as a raw nerve. Absolutely not. You see how much jewelry I wear in public? That's just to kind of give myself some energetic space so I carry off. It all comes up and through me anyway. So it is in our vulnerability, our defenselessness, that our true strength lies. Because we find when we allow life to have its way with us, we are forged into who we incarnated to be. Wiser, more powerful, more loving, stronger. Beings of light in human form. And I don't mean that beings of light in form. I mean that great light. Light, not the light of light versus dark. The great light, the quark, the subatomic particle. That's who we are. The quantum field manifested in form that is birthless, deathless, guiltless, sinless, and cannot do wrong in a hologram. You can take that to the Akashic Records. That's where it comes from. You with me? I have been basking in love energy. Blessed be. You're dealing with anger and impatience, Julie. So what is anger but power and passion blocked, right? When I get angry, because I got to tell you, in those moments you go, well, he's not very spiritual. That is that fire, that passion, that desire that needs to be blocked every now and again so that we can feel. There's nothing wrong with feeling angry or impatient. It's what you do with it. Now, there have been plenty of people who've had anger issues and they take up martial arts and they learn how to what? Channel that. That's very divine masculine though. It's the best thing that we can do, I find, with anger and impatience is number one, get that underneath all anger is pain. So anger is a compensation for a feeling of powerlessness and pain. This is why inner child work has been, I want to say more than a lifesaver, because it has saved my life, because that child of my heart that remembers every slight, every hurt, every rejection, every abandonment, every insult, every derogatory term that has been thrown at me since I was a child, remembers it, right? Wants to go home. And I don't mean here. And I don't mean up with my parents in Saratoga. I mean all the way home, right? Leaving the game. What has saved my life is the ability to turn inwards and let that child cry its tears through my eyes, to be the parent to that child. And here's the quantum part of it. That may very well be our most intense superpower. Because as one heart heals, in the quantum, all hearts heal. Here's something I would say to you. Is there someone in your life who frustrates you, who makes you angry, that you are impatient with? If you had a magic wand and say, okay, I want you to do this and this and this and this and this, and you know, I want you to meditate on this, clear this chakra, read this book, Eckhart Tolle yourself into a stupor, right? Learn EFT tapping yourself, do yoga, eat kale, drink water, squeeze your own juices, all that kind of stuff. Do you have that? You have just channeled guidance and grace for yourself. In other words, be the change you want to see in the world, even in your interpersonal, with our own families, right? I'm living here with 3 cats who love me. So I'm going to tell you, when I'm watching the news and I go, that so-and-so should, and my guides are right here saying, okay, well, now you know your next spiritual practice. And I do it. And then when I see that person again, I see them differently. This is where we are. that the spirituality that we have been learning for so long just in this life, all of that has been training. Training for what? For now. This is it. This is what we've been preparing for decades. And you know, is it the Great Awakening? Is it Armageddon? Yeah, both of those are true. But it's up to us. It is up to us to transform ourselves, because all is in the one and one is in the all. Circumstances is for ourselves, for them. And look, I am the first one to say I'm a little over thoughts and prayers. Thoughts and prayers in the hands of those who know how to pray. And I'm not saying one way is better than another necessarily. Oh, I want to read all that in a second. Hold on a minute. But to those who have the power to change things legislatively, right? Those who have the power to implement change in this world, thoughts and prayers is not enough. Prayers without action, what is it? Prayers without action are something useless or impotent. I forget the phrase. But that those of us who have been walking this path for a while, this is crunch time. This is when we wake up in the morning and say, okay, since I can't really go anywhere but for a walk, use me. God, Goddess, Zeus, Buddha, Jesus. Heart, it's going to cry when it needs to cry, and I will know that as I heal my heart, all hearts heal. As I get frustrated and work through that myself, as I exorcise that emotion up and out in vibration, it is alleviating pressure on all of life, because you, she's pretty kick-ass. I know Teresa for many years, and I know other members of her family. These past, what, 10, 15 years, the inundation of superhero movies, right? The hero's journey that we're all on. It's us. It's us. But our superpowers are that of the soul, that of the higher self, our spirituality. That's who we truly are. And that's who we came in to be. But I don't know about you. Every superhero story I've ever read, every meta gene has always been triggered by intense pain. So maybe this is our initiation. Because as I see it, there are 4 stages to spiritual evolution: the human, the hero, the immortal, and the God. The human, lifetime after lifetime, birth, school, work, death, birth, school, work, death, which is actually a song from the 80s. Birth, school, work, death. Is that the Dead Kennedys? I can't remember, right? And so we do that lifetime after lifetime as the soul is just getting how to operate. And understand, plenty of those on the planet right now, right? First timers to planet of truth, quest for light, quest for love, quest for whatever, but of course looking outside. So then we are on the hero's journey, and there are a lot of journey. So we go from human to hero. After a while, the hero starts learning all the answers are within, and then begins to turn its focus for satisfaction, grace, love, peace, wisdom, truth, light within, and then puts one foot into immortal. And part of that is the remembering of past lives, the remembering of the divine, remembering not just the opposite of forgetting, but remembering the opposite of dismembering, right? We rejoin with that which we have cut off, that we go of. We remember it, we reintegrate it. And so and desolated over the past couple of years, over and over again, like being hit by a string of comets over and over and over again. Honestly, now on the other side of it, wouldn't trade it. Wouldn't trade it. Who I've become as a result is an immortal. Not that if you don't shoot me, I won't die. Of course, eventually I'm going to. But then there's that last leg, what's called God realization, right? In the Hindu path, the highest states, the complete higher quantum field, the universe in one body. I ain't there yet, but I'm very, very happy in my superhero status as an immortal being. I don't have to worry about those ones in the past. But I'm still here. Oh my God, I just had an Elaine Stritch moment. Broadway, baby. Yeah, we're still here. We survived the burning times, our souls. We survived the depressions, political, ecological, economical, as well as personal. We are still here, and we will keep doing this until this game has been brought to its perfect conclusion, under grace and in perfect ways. So, is what we're going through now the worst thing that's ever happened? It's pretty bad. People are suffering. But if you're a healer, you're on your spiritual path, cliche as it is, you have everything you need within you. And it's time to connect with that. Even if it's that you are. But I don't think we can afford to play small anymore. I'm not talking about the grandiosity of the ego. Your connection is unstable. Okay, it just fixed itself again. Not the grandiosity of the ego, but the grandeur of the soul. And who you are is more than enough. And who you are at core was chosen by the divine. Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to get through this thing called life. Electric word, life, it means forever. There's a mud. Die with your music left in you. Don't die with your prayers still trapped in your cell tissue. Dance your prayers. Sweat your prayers, Gabrielle Roth. Let your prayers out. Sing your prayers. Bless this world. When you do go out into this world, hazmat suit if needed, silently bless people. When you're watching TV, bless the people in pain. Bless the people who are suffering in the hospitals. Bless the people who are terrified of not less. And what if that's your piece in all of this? What if that's your role in the divine plan? To become more loving, to become more caring, more compassionate, even if from a distance. This is how I believe we're going to get through this. Because, you know, if you study the quantum, there are all sorts of ways this can go, and it's playing out in all of those different ways across the spectrum of quantum variations. Don't you want the one where all of this heals quickly under grace and in perfect ways? I don't see how we get there if we're going to be terrified. Not that being afraid is wrong, but the child in our heart that is afraid needs more love, not less. Tell it it's a bad boy, a bad girl for having those feelings because you're screwing up the manifestation of what I put on my vision board. That's kindergarten. Screw your vision board. Do what you came here to do. Be the love that you are. Full force. But that doesn't mean you have to shave your head and dye it purple. I did that for you. I ain't shaving this shit though, but I will keep. When I'm an old woman, I shall have purple hair. That's my version of it. And by the way, that doesn't mean that we can't laugh. It is just the end of the world as we know it. But I have it on pretty good counsel. I won't even say advice. That society still, it's us. So love yourself. Be gentle with yourself. Do what you know telling you something's off. And if you need to distance yourself from people who are too toxic for you to handle right now, that's okay too. You can ninja witch them with love from a distance. And I'm not talking that love and light and the thoughts and prayers. I'm talking about sitting down, lighting a candle. And even if you have to say it, say, you know what? They're in more pain than I am. May they be healed before me. I'll be fine. That's a divine being. That's a badass angel witch. And that's what I am. In other words, yes, witch, work. Let's make that a thing. Yeah. Yes, witch, work. We good? You with me? How you feel? Tell me how you feel now. And someone toss a coin to your witcher, baby. And this is water. I'm not drinking it. This is not drunk tarot. This ain't even drunk live stream. This is my pure water. Just filling up that pitcher every 10 seconds is ridiculous. Yeah, it's witch work. How you all feeling? You all feeling better? Because that's my superpower. Isn't it odd? The Pisces moon, Virgo sun, Leo rising, purple-haired gay witch from Long Island, who took speech classes. So, you know, unless I'm tired, drunk, or both, my accent does not come out of the closet. Speaker, and a writer, and a reader, and a mystic that I get to revel. I've cultivated an intimate relationship with the divine that, honestly, if I never have sex again, what are the chances? But if I never have sex again, it's okay. It really is. All right. Celibacy is what's scripted for me. Okay. I have a feeling that's not what's going to go down, but, you know, I can go down. It's okay. If I never fall in love again, it's okay, because I will rise in love. Because every night, every day, I can close my eyes and with a touch of my heart, give the love that I want from this world to myself. Don't have to feel it, just have to mean it. Let's end with this, shall we? And notice how quickly we heal. That a high vibration isn't about getting everything that you want. It's about healing quickly and being resilient. Please take a few deep breaths and place your hands upon your heart. Dearest God, Goddess, all that is, please flood us with the grace of healing and the grace of fortitude, that we may hold and withstand the highest frequency of true love that we can maintain in this moment through our breath and our nervous system. And so it is. Sweet heart of mine, thank you for remembering everything, every joy, every pain, every piece of laughter, every moment of sorrow, every loss, every abuse, every neglect, every codependent moment, so that it can all be undone now bit by bit. Just by saying, I love you. I don't have to feel it, I just need to mean it. Sweet child of mine, I love you. I love you. No matter what comes, no matter what goes, no matter what we gain, no matter what or who we lose, I love you. No matter what rises, no matter what falls, no matter what waxes, no matter what wanes, I'm here. I love you. I choose you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, my sweet heart. Bless you. May you be blessed. May my heart be blessed. And as my heart is blessed, may all hearts be blessed. For the well-being of all. So mote it be. And so it is. Thank you. Thank you for watching. And I will be doing this as close to 11 a.m. and 11 p.m. every day until the gods tell me otherwise, or that we get through dimensions and all that stuff, the math part of it. But we don't get to choose which one we go through on this level. They do. And you know how they know which one to switch us through? What have we learned? What are we doing with the power that we already have? Yeah. Good. I love you all so much. Have a really, really good night. I'm going to go watch the rest of Drag Race. Thank you very much, because, oh my God, there are some good looking queens on this season. I kind of want them all to win, to be honest with you. But, you know, that's part of what being stunning is about. Thank you so much for watching. I am Mark Angelo Lyons, Mal for short, professional witch, professional intuitive, and very, very happy to serve you all. Have a lovely, lovely evening, everybody. Mwah! I love you so much. Ready? And say it with me as I sign off on every single thing I frickin' do. Hail, farewell, and blessed, blessed be. Ciao, bella. Mwah.